Hit frame buffer texture. So that would be better if we just wrote it onto blocks, actually. Which we can do. We can do, Jeff. Jeff. Okay, so it works. Cool. Can we go into demo mode here and let it go? No? Yes. I think it will. It's not doing it's not going forward, but yeah. It is changing direction. What if I just... I think it'll switch over to the planet thing here in a second. Then it'll start working. How long does it stay? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it is working. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Let's exit. Just making sure that works. Okay, so let's go back into here. Now the space B font, this is what we're going to work on. Boom, 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 boom. What do we got here? Oh, we're dropping frames and all kind of stuff. I apologize. Dropped frames, look at that. Okay. Should we stop? We're dropping so many frames, that's crazy. Maybe it'll clear up. Apologies in the meantime. Wonder if I can go to here. Bum 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 bum. Okay, we are live there. Okay. Let's kind of minimize that, I guess. Okay. So what we want to do see, we have the points initialized here. And the way that works is, that works as long as we're doing the 2D stuff and it's not transforming. But the reason it doesn't work in the 3D is because we're transforming and the points are changing size and all that. And so if we go onto a planet, see, it works right there. B to land, T to trade. That's the bitmap font class doing its thing. But if I land on the planet, and then I go over here, see, I'm writing my name, Programmer Jeff. Right there. See, I'm putting it right there. And it's not on quads, it's on points. So as I get closer to the points, and I put this in, it's procedurally figuring out the size that they should be. So what we want to do is make that quads. Bum, 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 bum. Now the difference with this, okay, we might even have to do B font, huh? Bum ba da ba da dun 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 dun. Bum ba bum dun dun. New class inits. Okay, let's go to that. Go to definition. There we go. So space. Let's look at the shaders for this. Big Aunt. So F chart the time alphabet. Okay, so we don't actually get, we just get color and the char. And the texture we're sampling to is the point chord there. So point, okay. Position, color, char, font size. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. It's not the full. Projection view model is, oh, look at that, cool. 6 vertices per quad. You also need to update your vertices in the 4 corners of the quad. Okay. I wonder if I should have just a completely separate class. See what it says. Absolutely, you can create a separate class for learning, and this can help keep your code organized. Modular, that's better. Quad renderer, shader, position color, text cores. Yeah, this is going to be a lot better. In the class vertex structure, quad. Init, cleanup, render. Okay. Initialize the VAO, VBO, EBO. Nice. Okay. This is the stuff. What we need is the, and I can grab it from another, excuse me. Co-pilot, designer, vacation planner, cooking assistant, fitness trainer. That's, oh, here we go. Sure, here's an example of how you might set up the vertex data for the quad. Okay. Position, color, texture chords. Perfect. Look at that. So it looks like each vertices is 8 floats. Okay. Texture coordinates 0, 0, 1, 1. Perfect. Hold on, I'll check out. Looks like we did have somebody say something in chat, maybe. I just gotta click away there. Oh, no, it was just me. Okay. So, very good. Let's see now. 3, 2, okay. So this won't be right because we have the texture coordinates, but that's not a problem. Okay, so let's do a brand new class here. Let's go like this. Bitmap font 16. We're going to do bitmap font 17 even. Okay. Okay, what else did I want to do actually? Test driven. Oh yeah. Top-down gauntlet style maps. Well, I tell you what, the Space Trader really needs 3D rendering, 3D text that renders inside the world. Actually, I think we can already do this. Hold on. 3D blocks. Hold on, I'm just thinking about this. This isn't exactly what I want to do, but I think we can do this. Space Cube 110. Yeah, and I am thinking about completely starting over this with this project. And one of the thoughts I had in completely starting over is not only doing it over from scratch with C++, but in parallel doing it in Godot to see what it takes to do stuff kind of in both. And Godot is so popular right now. I love it. And it's just, okay, so right here, and then we have the textures. Okay, so let's see, because as we're drawing here in bitmap font, let's close that for now. Let's just play around with 3D blocks. So because we're going to play around with it, we'll go up 1 here. No, let's go up to 2 then. Okay. Okay, because we have them random right now. We really do. Like, where's the init data in this? See, block init data, block render, update data. Okay. Init trading, all that. Okay, so let's go to init data. Wait. Which one is called? Oh, man. No. Block init, init frame text, init text. Solar init. Okay, then it goes down to here to the space font init text here. But that's fine. So when we draw to the texture in space B font, did I shut that down already? Uniform sampler 2D alphabet, and that's the only thing we have there. So when we initialize that in this, where's the B font? Did I close that down too? Alright, hold on. We don't. Init text. No, it's the rendered function. So glf if you get time, glf. Okay, so alphabet 2. Okay, so we'll need to do that in 3D blocks. So what I want is for the block class to be able to access that texture that's initialized in the other class, which is fine because it all just goes into the OpenGL state, into the main. See, right in here is where I could set. Okay, so number of blocks to draw equals 1, then we do that. Otherwise we do this, step test, draw, number of blocks to draw. Okay, so right in here, projection, view, model, rotation. Okay, so right here, let's go back to here, borrow this guy. So active texture, bind texture, B font. Okay, we might have to and we just updated that to 162, right? I'm so... Yeah, so we can do that. Okay, but did we change it in here? No, right there, 276, 162. We can go right there. So do we need to set the active texture? See, we're using texture there. Bind texture, block, frame text, bind texture, block text. Active texture 2. Let's go like this. Let's go 4 and then 4. Does that work? Is that how that works? Alright, let's see what that says to that. We just wanted to know if it looks correct. The code you provided seems to be mostly correct, assuming that all the variables are probably defined. A few things to note. Block render function setup using multiple textures. Important to ensure these textures are correctly loaded in the corresponding uniform set in the shader. The function sets up a modifier and passes the shader. The shader uses okay. The function seems to have some. Okay, so the only thing I'm worried about is the textures. Otherwise, we're good. You are correctly activating and binding your textures using GL active texture and bind texture. Just ensure that the texture units correspond to the ones you're using in your shader. You're setting the texture uniform for the shader. This should correspond to the texture unit number you activated before. Ensure that your textures are loaded correctly before you bind them. In your shader, you need to sample from the correct texture using sampler 2D uniform and texture. Okay, great. All right, I'll be right back. So when it's rendering the texture from the B font class, oh, so this, oh man, we're gonna have to send a, I don't want to do that, do I? Well then, instead of initializing that inside of the B font class, we should initialize that inside the block class. Excuse me, well then we can render the other ones just, yeah, this is not exceedingly more difficult, but a little bit more complex than I really want it to be. Let me think about this. Alright, I'll be back.